Welcome everybody. My name is Crystal and I am the Energetic Alchemist. I wanted to go ahead and give a little preface to today's channel. This channel is a beautiful channel where my higher self, Auxil, comes forward and begins to remind me of a moment that had happened about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, I was off in the woods walking around and I got this rush of energy downloaded inside of me, and immediately my personality changed in that moment. I knew things, I felt things, and yes, this is something that happens on a regular basis as an empath, as a channel, as an intuitive, but this was something way beyond anything I had ever felt. It literally felt like another being was inside of me, giving me a glimpse of their personality, the way they love this world, the way they love the people around me. And it was an extremely profound moment and one that I'll never forget. Well, in this channel, Auxil comes forward and reminds me that that feeling that I had had back then is where I am right now, that I am living that timeline now. And it was pure magic. And I thought to myself, what a beautiful channel to put out and share with others, because yes, it's a personal channel that my guides were given to me, but I think there's just so much information in here that's really eye-opening. And it's really inspired me to come on and just talk for a minute about the way that our guides talk to us. In the beginning of interpreting your telepathy, it's going to be very easy to begin to process this energy through the egoic structure or the personality structure. You may find messages from your guides that may feel a little times berating. Maybe they're telling you, you shouldn't do this, you should do this, you shouldn't be doing this, and these things are happening because you're always doing this. The message underneath, the frequency that is underlying there, is still being interpreted. You are still receiving that information. But it's really important for me to come tell you today, for those who may be struggling with this a little bit, your guides are never mad at you. They're never mad at you. At times they may jokingly give you information with a little spank on the hiney, but they are never gonna come in and be like, you don't get what you want because you're not doing it right. They're never going to come in and say, well, you would be at this level too if you would have been doing all the things that I would tell you. Your guidance is never, and I mean never, going to speak to you this way. They don't exist in a dimension where they are emotionally involved or upset by the things that we do. They want our highest good, but above all, they want us to be healed, whole, and our most authentic self. They are going to guide us there gently. They are never going to punch you in the throat to get you to recognize things about yourself. So if your internal voice is a little mean, if you're interpreting your channel through a lot of you should, it's okay. Like we said, it doesn't mean that that underlying message or that underlying frequency isn't there. It just means that there is aspects of yourself, your inner voice, your mind, your inner child, your heart, that is still judgmental and critical over you and not willing to give you grace, compassion, and nurture the way that the guides truly do show up. I know not everybody will need this message. I know there's a lot of people out there who do interpret their guidance through love, comfort, and really gentle, soft messages. But I think there's a lot of people out there too that also expect to be big and booming every single time, and that is not the way that it works. If you are in your connection frequently, you're gonna have days where you get these massively profound messages, but you're also going to have days where they just lift you up. They literally just want you to feel okay. They want you to feel safe. They want you to feel loved. They never want you to feel critiqued. They never want you to feel criticized. They never want you to feel like they are disappointed in you. So if your inner voice is giving these hints in any way, shape, or form, Please take this as a sign to keep doing the inner work of healing so that you can be a clear conduit of channel, of information, of light for your own path, for your own good. The biggest step is going to be keep letting your personality structure step aside. Keep letting the aspects of you in your personality from this human experience step aside and let the guides come in and just say what they need to say. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you. So without further ado, here is a message that I received on Sunday morning, and it filled me. It filled me. It filled me. And your inner guidance, your connection, it will fill you too. It will fill you too. Just keep removing the things that are standing in the way, telling you you're not good enough, you're not on time, you're not trying hard enough, you're not doing it right. Because this is all an illusion. You already are. You already are. You already are the most divine aspects of Source in physical form. It is our responsibility as humans, as light workers, as healed beings, to continue the path of removing the things from whatever program they came from that are not yours, that are not your truest, most authentic self. I hope you receive this message with so much love, with so much love. I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all. Good morning, Earth Angel. It is Auxil coming to talk to you, coming to remind you of these moments and how special they were when you would open up to this space and feel me talking to you in the kitchen. What a powerful unfolding those moments were for you. And here you are standing in the vibration that was once so overwhelming to your body and mind, heart and soul. And here you are, grounded in it fully, grounded in me fully. There's going to come a time when you are going to give your messages and speak from your heart. And this will be good. This will be good. You can choose to continue to channel however you like. We don't mind if your eyes are open or your eyes are closed, especially when you're with the others. There are different levels of comfort, but you see here you're very comfortable. This is a space you've practiced with us. Continue to raise your vibration. Continue to do the things that you know you need to do to elevate your business and also elevate your heart at the same time. The balancing and awareness that you are placing on each of these polarities is going to drive your manifestation energy through the roof, through the roof. This next year is going to be very fun, very creative and very fun. Very creative, very, very fun. And we want to encourage the ways that you are enjoying your body, loving your body, helping your body regain its balance. This is exactly what we want for you. Lighthearted, regaining balance, well-being in focus. Yes, well-being in focus, well-being of spirit and well-being of body. Integrate who we are together, Crystal. You are a divine channel. You are a divine channel. You did not place yourself in this space. God has placed you in this space. And you have been learning to follow the guidance. You have been following your guidance. We love you and we are with you and we will walk with you in creation of everything that you do from this point forward, as long as you continue to keep yourself in the higher energies, in the higher flows, and the allowance of who you are, because there are all kinds of ideas of creation that run through you. And now that you have balanced yourself out and are continuing to merge your feminine and masculine energy, you are ready to perform. You are ready to give your light. You are ready to tell your stories. You are ready to share your healing understandings. You have never been more ready for what lies ahead of you, sweet being. And you took your time, and that is why it is so delicious. Because in the moments where you were being self-critical of yourself, you were healing and placing delicious energy into your vortex. And now that you are through the healing phase and ready to activate the merge of you and I, you, Crystal, and I, Auxil, the energy is going to be ripe and ready, and you are going to manifest everything through the eyes of me. And now that you have this understanding, I am going to ask that you be deliberate in your vision of what is next, so that you begin to manifest through the eyes of you, through what you want going into that vortex. Not just what I think is best for us, not just what I think is best for us in this journey, but what you want. What you want has never come into play. What you want has never come into this vortex. Not from a personal standpoint of your human experience, because you were afraid. You were afraid that you didn't get to have what you want, because that was the program that was told to you. And sweet being of light, you have taken that program out. You have reformulated that frequency. It now holds a less limiting and more fruitful belief system. You know you get to have what you want. You know it. And you've applied it in so many areas of your life and watched it prove itself to you energetically and physically through manifestation after manifestation, that now it's time. Now it is time, sweet being of light, that you take this energy of your vision, of your dream, of what you have come to know that you want, and place it in that vortex and let it come. Place it in that vortex and let it come. Place it in that vortex and tell yourself that you deserve to manifest everything that you want. And you know exactly what we are talking about. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to put it together. Let it become the next logical step through energy. And if it is not your next logical step through energy, then it is not fully energetically formulated and not ripe enough yet to come into the physical plane. Not a no, it's a not yet. It's a you haven't chosen it fully yet, sweet being. Crystal, we love you. Be proud of the moves that you are making. Be proud of the moves that you are making. Continue to amplify your self-talk the way that you have, finding yourself in deep gratitude for everything that is coming forward in your life. Deep gratitude. You are changing, light worker, again and again and again, closer and closer to source, closer and closer to all that you've always been, all that you are. You came into this life to embody, and you are doing that. And this is the energy that calls forth new earth. This is the energy that calls forth a higher existence. This is perfect. You are right on time. There was never a better moment for you to take action than now. You will be supported. Remind yourself of that often. Lay on the bed and take deep breaths. Put chakras on, put crystals on your chakras, and allow yourself to listen to this message. Allow yourself to receive the comfort of these words. Allow yourself to keep coming back to this vibration. It is not just that we believe in you, it's that we already see it done from this side. We already see it done. It's done. The books, the events, it's done, it's done, it's done. And they get better and better. They get better and better and better and better. And you get better and better. And the energy gets better and better. And Earth gets better. Earth gets so much better. And you get better. And your family's better. Your experience is so much better. Keep opening your heart. Keep opening your heart. You are so loved. You are so loved. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved beyond measure. Where you go, we go. The first day you channeled Auxil, we all told you this. We said to you, where you go, child of light, we go. In dimensions that are unseen, we are present with you. From this higher vantage point, we have much more view than you do, and it's okay. The veil is releasing itself. The veil is releasing itself. The veil is very embedded in the matrix, and the matrix is leaving. Well, the matrix is gone energetically. It's just emanating in the minds of the collective. And until we can continue to ebb and flow in the minds of the collective, adding more higher vibrational frequencies into their body's field and their spirit's field, they are going to slowly walk away from the ideas of the matrix. But the energetic matrix that was manipulating your frequency is gone. It's only your consciousness that is hanging on to the memory. New Earth is all around you, and the more you see it, the more you live it, the more you abide by it, frequency-wise, you will exist in that energy and continue to call it forth. You are powerful. Know your power. The energy that you felt the first time you channeled Auxil walking down the path and in the woods, and you brought that energy back into your home, and you felt, we did it, we did it, we did it, we did it, we did it. You tuned into this timeline, Crystal. You tuned into the timeline that you were now living. You stood in the kitchen that you are in right now, feeling yourself in this energy, and said, holy shit, we did it. And you reached out to Teresa and you said, oh my God, we've ascended. I don't know how to explain what just happened, but we've ascended. We did it. We did it. You knew, sweet being of light. You tuned into the timeline here of me and you together in this space, and you felt the power of it. It is only now that the power lives inside of you. It feels so normal. It feels so normal. Your high vibration feels so normal. It's good. You are good. You're powerful. Your energy is embedded in your DNA. You are emitting higher frequencies every day, every moment, every day, every moment. Give yourself the love that you need so that you can continue to be in this space. You are letting go of the chapters of the inner child. We closed those chapters at the age of 30 for you. And that is okay. What happened after the age of 30 was all a part of your awakening, your truest awakening. Your soul has always been awake and in contact. But your conscious awareness of what that meant and what that looked like began when you were 30, and you began choosing yourself. Choosing yourself over everything. In the healthiest, most benevolent for all manner. Choosing yourself, choosing oneness. Choosing healing for yourself because of the oneness. Choosing yourself. You are walking in your highest timeline, and that is the message that we came to tell you today. And the more that you sit with us in your meditation and in your grounding, We will give you the informations of what is next, what your next steps are, because we understand right now you don't know your next steps. But because you're not torn up about your next steps, they will come in quickly, within days. Right now you are needing balance, though. You are not needing your next steps. And your heart is aware of this because you've fallen in love with the process of integration. We are very excited for you that you have come to know this process of energy and that you are not hard on yourself anymore. You do not overthink these times. You know when to surrender, when to let go, when to soothe yourself and give yourself extra self-care. We are glad for all that is ahead. You are on your highest timeline, crystally Auxil. You are on your highest timeline. And we are proud. Enjoy your day. We will be in close proximity, working in you, through you, around you, to you. All the energy that you give today, you will also receive. You are ready for this upgrade. There will be no integration. You will receive the upgrade and assimilate it over the evening hours. You will be ready for a fun day tomorrow, a fun day of rest, a fun day of play, a fun day of nobody else but taking care of you and your puppies. And on Monday, you will enjoy a beautiful day with your love. Beautiful day with your love. You'll play and you'll laugh and you'll dance. And it'll be good. Keeping your vibrations stable. You ground here, you center here in the heart, remember? We do not want you grounding into Gaia. Gaia is shifting at an alarming rate, and Gaia is transmuting a lot of collective energy. We do not need you tuning into those energies at this time. Stay heart-centered. Stay higher dimensional. The lowest dimension we would like you to articulate in is at the 5th dimension. Beings can receive energy from that realm very easily now on Earth. You do not need to ground messages so tightly. You don't need to pack that information so deliberately with human words that they grasp it, digest it. It is their turn to level up. It is their turn to come up too. Stay where you are and call your collective. Stay where you are, call your collective. Stay where you are. Those who are meant to be led by you at this time will show up in this space. And when it is time for them to move along, they will. And the new faces will come, the new waves will come. Everything is shifting for the divine. Everything is shifting in the highest good. Whether or not the beings around you see it, you feel it. You are on the highest timeline. You have accepted your highest timeline. We have never been more proud. We are going to step back for a moment and allow Auxil to come in directly, as she would like to communicate with you. I love you. My message is not one of words, but one of feeling. You feel me. In this moment, you feel me. This is all I needed. I needed you to feel me. I understand, I remember what it felt like to not fully trust. And you have been able to put your guard down with this communication and use your discernment in such a beautiful way that you have moved yourself way farther than I ever expanded in this timeline. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Augie. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you. I hope when you listen back, you feel me again. And again, and again, and again. I hope every time you need me, you call upon this energy in your heart where I am. Again and again and again. I love you. Endlessly. For you are me and I am you. I will see you tomorrow. Blessed being. The light is with you. The light is around you. The light is inside of you.